In franchising, we are selling a business opportunity. Okay, so if you have, for example, a restaurant, so yung consumer sales, we are selling our menu items, di ba? If we have a spa, we are selling our spa services. But if we are into franchise business, hindi na tayo consumer sales, no? We are now selling a business opportunity. Okay? So given that, ang generation natin ng leads are not customers anymore. Okay? The prospective franchisees na mag-i-invest sa franchise brand natin. And that's a different type of marketing strategy. Okay? So that's part of the franchise program, no? So franchise sales and digital marketing. So nag-focus lang tayo sa digital marketing. Okay. So very important, no? So as mentioned kanina, no? So consumer marketing versus franchise marketing. Normally, depending on the business model, no? Normally, the first few franchisees na nag-i-invest sa atin are existing customers, no? Who already tried our products, who already tried our services, no? So pag nagustuhan nila, normally they inquire about the franchise. So in that case, iba na ang ino-offer natin sa kanila, no? So to be our partner, to be our franchisee. So we have to identify, no, kung sino talaga ang target market ng franchise brand natin. Kasi the target market of your business, no? If you are selling a product, if you are selling a service, hindi siya directly related na sila din ang target natin for franchisee kasi mga ano to most likely startup entrepreneurs. So very critical is the capacity to invest. 'Di ba? Kahit gustong-gusto mag-invest ng mga existing customers natin, if they don't have the capacity to invest, medyo mahirap 'yun. So that's the um priority, no? In looking for a franchise lead is the capacity to invest. Otherwise, sayang lang lead generation campaign natin. Okay? So, similar to branding activity ng products or services na ino-offer natin, we also have branding activity for the franchising. So, dapat maayos yung branding so that we can identify sino ang specific na target market natin for franchise. So, I highlighted digital marketing, no? Kasi in the franchise industry, so that traditional na activity, especially before the pandemic, no? Traditional expos, exhibits, no? May mga billboards. So yun yung traditional. But the advantage of using the digital is the data generation. Okay. Let me give you an example. If you are in an exhibit, expo, di ba? Pag maraming tao, bigay tayo ng bigay ng mga brochures, di ba? Mga flyers about the franchise. So, assuming na walang registration kasi nag-aabot ka lang sa labas eh. So, how can you monitor kung ilan talaga ang nakakita ng franchise brand natin? And how can we do a follow-through activity if we don't have the database? Di ba? Bigay lang tayo ng bigay. So, it's purely awareness. Same goes to the billboards, di ba? TV. So, these are the traditional media. So, in digital marketing, aside from being cost efficient, no, the capability to gather data. So imagine, in awareness campaign, sinasabi ko, awareness campaign yung pagbigay ng flyers, di ba? Even the billboards, awareness campaign yan. Pero ang mahal ng mga presyo na yan. In social media, there's also an awareness campaign na you can reach, let's say, around 50 centavos, okay, per reach. 50 centavos, pero you have the database. Sino ba ang nakakita ng mga ng post ko na to? Okay? Sino ba ang nag-engage? Especially if the platform, no, yung platforms natin is properly set up. You have the social media, you have the website or the e-commerce properly set up. Ang ganda ng monitoring ng data. So, mas mura na, may database pa, ang dali pang i-monitor. Wala nang logistics na magpapadala ka pa ng tao doon, di ba? So, kung iba sa inyo may experience na sa pagsali ng mga expo, exhibits, sa, for example, sa SMX sa MOA, ang mga 18 square meters, ano na kaagad yan? 90,000. Space pa lang yun. Wala pa doon ng fabrication. Wala pa doon yung tao na magbabantay. Wala pa doon yung mga collaterals. Di ba? So, in digital marketing, sobrang layo ng costing. But, you can gather data assuming na properly set up yung mga platforms, no? That's basically the advantage of using digital marketing. Okay? So, it's a broad topic to discuss, but what I can recommend to you is number one is social media. Okay? In social media, I will recommend also to focus first with Facebook and Instagram. Focus, so not necessarily na hindi na natin gagamitin yung iba like Google Ads, YouTube, TikTok, di ba? Ang dami pang other social media platforms. But we need to focus muna and then be good at Facebook and Instagram. Bakit Facebook and Instagram? Because this is where the people hang out. Ito ang pinakamaraming users. And yung user ng TikTok, nasa Facebook and Instagram din yan. Yung gumagamit ng Google, nasa Facebook and Instagram din yan. Yung nag-YouTube, nasa Facebook and Instagram din yan. So it doesn't mean na pag hindi tayo nag-YouTube, hindi natin sila marireach. Okay? Pero I don't also mean na wag natin gamitin. Diba? So, focus first with Facebook and Instagram. So for social media, be good at it. Increase your followings, no? Kasi okay lang kahit wala tayo sa YouTube, pero pag nakita nila ng social media natin ang dami-daming followers, very professional yung mga post, very active yung social media, then that's good, di ba? And then we invest with paid advertisement. Okay? Ito talaga kasi in social media we have organic posting, di ba? You can generate engagement, no, organically. When we say organic engagement, no paid ads, di ba? We can generate engagement out of that, no, even without payment if we have the followings already. Okay? Pero if you really want to grow your business, even selling the product, selling the services, or selling the franchise, it's always the paid advertisement for you to scale your business. So very critical. Now we know how to do the paid advertising. So especially in Facebook Ads Manager, no. And then I will highly recommend, no, but one step at a time. Social media first and then website. Okay? If some of you has website already, then check nyo kung meron ng e-commerce capability, then lagay natin ang e-commerce capability. Pero pag wala pa, develop the website na e-commerce na. Hindi na uso yung website lang. Okay? Yung mga sinaunang website na nandun lang information, home, about, di ba? Products, gallery, contact us, di ba? Very basic information. So, it's basically a brochure, di ba? Showcasing the information or the products that we offer. But the e-commerce has the capability to transact with our customers. If they are interested to avail your services, then book appointment, di ba? For example, dito sa webinar, you're interested to join this webinar, you enrolled in jomshaboc.com, that's an e-commerce, no? Service yan, ha? So e-commerce is not only for retail. It's also for service business. Even spa, e-commerce is the strategy. Hindi nga lang siya add to cart kasi hindi mo naman pwede i-add to cart yung massage, di ba? Hindi mo naman pwede i-add to cart itong webinar. So, enroll now. So, minomodify lang natin. In spa, book now. Di ba? Book appointment. But for products, di ba? Or food, retail, add to cart. So, bukod sa add to cart function or e-commerce function, syempre, nandun na rin yung information about us. Di ba? Information on how to contact us. So, it's a website already. A website plus e-commerce. So, that's what I will recommend to you. Saka na yan ang content marketing. Saka na ang SEO. Saka na yan. Okay? Ito muna, social media. Pag-aralan ng paid ads and then e-commerce website. Start with that. Okay na yan. Okay. So, given the capability of the e-commerce, no, we can have website and we can also have chatbot. A chatbot, okay, it's an automation of response. Okay? Chatbot. Okay? Chat na robot. So, it's an AI na automates the response to the inquiries. But that is not only the function of that. The important function is also the database, no? The data gathering. Kapag pumasok sila, mag-message kayo kunwari sa Messenger sa Facebook page namin o Pickup Sticks or sa Joms Haboc. Pag wala kaming chatbot, papasok kayo sa Messenger, di ba? Yung Messenger, walang database yan. You cannot retarget. Imagine kung sino yung mga nag-i-inquire. Babalikan ko yung exhibit. May mga nag-inquire, may mga kausap kayo, nagbigay flyers, may nag-inquire. Hindi mo naman nasulat. Paano ka mag-follow through? Okay? Sa Messenger, ganun din. May nag-inquire, walang database. Magre-reply ka. Gusto mo, isa-isahin mo ulit. Di ba? Babalikan mo. Pero, with the chatbot, no, aside from automation of response, kahit natutulog ka, pwede siyang sumagot, pero the database is very critical. Sino mga nag-inquire sa akin last month? Balikan ko kaya sila. Franchise, no? Mga nag-inquire sa akin last month about the franchise. What if I offer them 50% discount? Di ba? It's it has higher conversion to offer discounts, promotions to those who already engaged with us before compared to totally new inquiries. Di ba? Magbigay ka ng discount sa customer na hindi ka kilala. Di ba? Sayang lang. Kasi kahit na bigyan mo akong discount, kung hindi ko naman kilala ang kumpanya mo o yung produkto mo, masarap ba yan? Hindi ako bibili. Pero pag kilala na kita, alam kong masarap yung produkto mo, binigyan mo akong discount, i-avail ko kaagad yan. Okay? So, in the chatbot, no, aside from automation, is the database. You can start with this if you don't have the e-commerce website yet. Okay? But this is what I will recommend, aside from the Facebook and Instagram, is the e-commerce website. Okay? So, of course, that functionality to do transaction. Okay? Enroll now, book now, add to cart. No? That's the functionality of the e-commerce. But aside from that, it has a database. No? It tracks who purchased, who just inquired, who added to cart, who viewed these products, segmented lahat yun. Di ba? Ibang strategy natin sa nag-purchase na sa atin. So, repeat customer na yun eh. Pero ibang strategy sa tumingin lang ng product natin, pero hindi pa bumibili. Di ba? So, dapat hiwa-hiwalay na database yun. Hiwa-hiwalay na database, hiwa-hiwalay din na strategy. Hindi pwedeng broad yung target natin kasi hindi siya efficient. Okay? So, we can do that with the e-commerce. So, akala natin ang e-commerce, okay, add to cart lang. Pero for entrepreneurs, the data that we gather, that's the value that we add to our business. Okay? For example, if I sell pickup sticks, it has higher value compared to pre-pandemic because of the data that we gathered from the time na we launched the system, we launched the e-commerce. So, it accumulates no over time yung data na yon, and it adds value to our business, to our brand. Okay? So, as mentioned, no, I will recommend to start with Facebook and Instagram, and then connect a chatbot. Install a chatbot so that when a lead inquired through the messenger, the chatbot will be triggered. Database will be gathered. If your post is directly going to the e-commerce, then well and good kasi mas maganda ang analytics ng e-commerce. Pero ako, ginagawa ko, if someone inquired, pasok sa messenger, pero if o-order na, ibabato ko siya sa e-commerce because of the high-level analytics. Mas mataas, mas maganda ang data gathering ng e-commerce compared sa chatbot. Okay? But if there will be customers na nasa website but they want to ask questions na wala sa website, for example, shelf life, no? Gusto nila itanong, may chat widget na pwede silang i-direct ulit sa chatbot. Pag o-order na, dito na ulit. Okay? It goes the same with franchise selling. So sa franchise selling, it's a service business. Ito kasi, the example ko is product. Service business, if the customer ask something about the franchise, lalabas yung landing page about the franchise. Tapos, if they will be interested, there will be forms na mag-register sila doon, and then register now. Babato yun sa marketing natin, tas follow through na kasi hindi pwedeng automated lahat dahil may mga negotiation in franchise. But the data should be gathered using the platform. Okay. And then eventually, you can use Google Ads after the Facebook and Instagram. Kasi there will be leads na from Google if they search for, let's say, franchise, search for business opportunities. So, importante, nasa Google Ads din tayo. Okay. So, in targeting the franchise leads, no, it's very critical. As mentioned, we should have a branding activity. We should identify our specific target market. Okay. Let's say, for example, barbershop. Sino ang primary target ng barbershop na business? Definitely, lalaki. And then, magkano ang investment level? 2 million? So, dapat may capacity to invest 2 million. So, how can we segment that market na ganun ang profile? With Facebook advertising, yun ang kagandahan. We can segment them based on that profile. Okay? Facebook advertising. So, this is a very powerful advertising platform. No? Ito number 1. So, Facebook talaga. Okay? So, this is just an illustration na it's not only, when you do advertising, it's not only about the content. Okay? So, for example, sa slide na to, selling a pet product, assuming na shampoo product. Even if the advertiser develop a content, a creative, no? May endorser pa na sikat, nagbayad pa ng endorser, nagbayad pa ng mga official na, professional na photographer, maganda yung content. Pero, example, they targeted me. Okay? Assuming na na-target ako, pero wala akong pet kasi asthmatic yung mga anak ko. So, sayang ng payment nila sa pag-reach sa akin. Di ba? So, high quality content plus wrong audience, definitely no sales. So, mas okay pa kahit na low quality but you targeted the right audience, you can generate sales. But, syempre, low sales nga lang. So, the bottom line is generate a high quality content, develop a high quality content, and then target the right audience. So that's basically applicable not only for products, for retail items, but also for service and also for franchise selling. Okay? So, kami, we are selling street food. Di ba? Mga isaw, mga barbecue. So, not necessarily na yung mga mahilig sa isaw will be interested to invest in a franchise. So, we are not targeting ang existing customer namin. Kasi, ang investment level namin is around 500,000. So, it doesn't mean na yung mga bumibili sa amin can invest with that level. Okay? So, iba ang targeting strategies namin for the franchise. Okay? So, there are different types of strategies that we can use for using the Facebook Ads Manager. There are several audiences, no? Sa custom, look-alike, special, and saved audience. So, ito, we normally discuss the details of this in other webinars sa sales funnel, even sa Cloud Kitchen if you are into food business. But just to share it with you, no? Saved audience, when we say saved audience, we target the customers based on their interest. Okay? Based on their interest. Interested ba ako sa business? Interested ba ako sa pizza? Interested ba ako sa sasakyan? Interested ba ako sa magazine ng entrepreneurs? Di ba? So, based on my activity in Facebook, mahilig ako manood ng UFC, mga videos, tinatag ako ng Facebook na interested ako for that specific topic. Okay? So, ma-identify ni Facebook kung ano ang behavior ko. Basically, by demographics. Okay? Kaya be careful kung ano mga ginagawa nyo sa social media. Okay? And then, once you have the data, sabi ko nga, di ba, in the website, in the chatbot, we gather data. Imagine if you have 10,000 visitors in your website. Okay? Meron kang 6,000. Meron kaming around 7,000 na purchased customers starting October last year. So, yung 7,000 na yan, bumili na yan sa amin. Hindi na namin papakilala yung company namin. Hindi na namin papakilala yung pang products namin kasi they tried it already. So, ang strategy namin is just to encourage them to purchase again, to increase the repeat customer rate. So, pag may mga special events, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, binubuhusan namin ng advertising yung mga tao na yon. Ang taas ng conversion nun kasi nga kilala na kami. And then we give them special discounts. Okay? But we cannot do that if we don't have the database. So, yun yung custom audience. Okay? That's the purpose of the custom audience. You have an existing database and then we target them. Yung saved audience, we target people based on their demographics. Ang look-alike audience is look-alike. Similar profile. So, ibig sabihin, Facebook, hanapan mo ako sa Laguna ng mga taong the same profile with my 7,000 customers. Di ba? Yung 7,000 customers namin, bumili na yan sa amin. So, they have the capacity to buy. They are interested with street food. So, the profile, meron niyang similar profiles. Igagather ni Facebook yan at ibabato yun sa Laguna, assuming na Laguna ang gusto ko. So, I will use that 7,000 to create look-alike audience in specific area. Okay? Imagine with may existing database, kinuha ko yung similarities nila, then I can look for other people in other areas. So, this is very powerful also, the look-alike audience. Okay? So, in selling a product, especially in franchise, hindi siya katulad ng when we sell pizza, when we sell barbecue, pwedeng may bumili ka agad. Even if it's a cold audience. When we say cold audience, they are most likely unaware of the products, not familiar with our brand, and we are just trying to make an initial contact. There are products, no, na initial contact pa lang, bibili na sila. May ganun talaga. Pero, mostly, hindi kaagad bumibili yan kasi may mga customers na check muna kung okay yung quality, check muna kung maayos yung pagluto nila, check muna kung sino yung company behind this. Kaya yung cold audience, initial contact muna to make them aware of our brand and the product. Okay? Sometimes, hanggang dito lang sila, hindi sila magpo-purchase. So, we monitor this and then we target them to make them a hot audience. No? We make them hungry. Diba? Or sometimes, diretso na rin sila. Pero, ang iba naiiwan dito. Pero, these customers na nasa hot level na, meaning, nag-add products to the cart, hindi pa rin bumibili. Nag-inquire na ng franchise, nag-register na, hindi pa rin siya nagpa-franchise. Hindi pa rin nagpumipirma. So, we can retarget them. Pero, ang taas na ng conversion rate niyan. Di ba? And then, yung mga bumili na, syempre, ang purpose nito, ang objective natin dito is to encourage them to purchase again for the products or services. But for the franchise, no, ang hot audience, we convert them to be our franchisee. So the purpose of the sales funnel, the purchase funnel, is to illustrate the customer journey for your product, for your services, or your franchise selling. Especially in franchise selling, pag bago ka pa lang, in-offer mo sa isang cold audience, oh, meron kaming pick up 6 franchise, 500,000. Sabi ng customer, oh sige, pirma na ako, ito yung 500,000. Hindi yung ganun, di ba? It's a long decision-making process. Papa-approve muna sa asawa, may ipiprepare yung pera, probably mga months, weeks or months before they decide. Pero, if they are in this level, nasa warm level sila, nag-inquire na sila, pero hindi pa natin nakikitaan ng interest, retarget, di ba? Re-retarget natin. Pero doon tayo papasok ng content marketing, di ba? Encourage them to, bakit maganda ang business na to, ganito, ganyan. Pag nag-register na sila, and then nakikipag-usap na sa atin, interested na pero hindi pa bumibili, hindi pa nagsasign. Okay? Pero matagal na. Maybe we can offer them promos na pagdating ng Christmas o meron kaming 20% or 50% discount on the franchise fee, we retarget them. Okay? We can do that because we have the database. If we don't have a database, then we cannot do that. No. So, the platform is very critical. Okay? So, in the platform, using the e-commerce, no, for the retail, they engage with the post, they visit the website, every step yan they visit the page, they add to cart, then they purchase. And then, since product ito, nagre-repeat purchase. Pero, hindi yan lahat straight. Diba? Sabi ko nga, ang cold audience, pwedeng bumili right away, pero ang iba, hindi bumibili kaagad. Matagal na process before they decide. So, ang iba nandito lang, ang iba nasa 3, ang iba nasa 4, diba? Ang iba nasa 5 na. So, we target them, no? With different types of strategies. So that's how we do the marketing plan. Okay? In service business, including the franchise, they engage with our post, with our ads, they visit the website, they review the franchise offering, then they register, they write their information, they book appointment, and then eventually they can sign the franchise agreement already, pay the franchise fee. Okay? So service and franchise selling is similar. So we create awareness programs, retargeting programs, and loyalty programs. So that's how we do the detailed marketing program. Okay? So iba't ibang objectives for every level of the customer journey. Okay? Very important for franchising nowadays is of course the digital transformation. No? Especially ang daming online transactions, ang daming walang physical na foot traffic. So lahat yan can be targeted using online and automated systems as well. So given that digital marketing, we can also automate our operations. Diba? Para pag automated ang operations, even nasa labas kayo, nasa bahay kayo, you can monitor, you can do transactions. Payroll system can be automated. May mga systems to automate payroll. There are systems to automate the commissary management, inventory management, production, logistics automation, or high-level ERP. Okay? So we can do one step at a time, no? Sa isa lang, kung ano lang muna ang kailangan. And then, it's very critical that we also prepare our franchisees, not only the franchisor, not only the head office. We also prepare the franchisees for digital transformation. So, kami, for example, we provide in-house training for our franchisees. We provide in-house training so that they will be knowledgeable as well in doing digital marketing. Kasi otherwise, hindi pwedeng head office lang yung puro digital marketing. Pati franchisees as well. Kasi, di ba, we have to support our franchisees to generate sales, no? Para maging maganda performance. So this is how we do our training for franchisees. So we provide that for free. Okay? So if you have if you want to talk with us regarding franchising or even other topics for us to assist you in your business. So we provide initial na free consultation. So just coordinate with Miss Daryl through this number, or you can also visit our website. No, we just need this information so that we can gather information. We can conduct a research before we meet you. Para at least when we do recommendation, customized for you. Okay. So let's proceed with the Q&A, Miss Daryl.
Yes, sir. Bali, first question po, sir, is from Mr. Kim Lat. Is there a support group or communities of the attendees so they can collaborate or ask questions with other future franchisor or franchisor?
Not only for this particular webinar, I have my own Facebook groups. No, so you can coordinate with Miss Daryl para mabigay sa inyo yung link. I have groups for food entrepreneurs and including the suppliers. I have Facebook group for franchisors. I have Facebook group for online entrepreneurs. So coordinate with Miss Daryl para mabigay sa iyo yung link so that you can join that specific groups. Okay.
Next question is from Mr. Sepber Recto.
Mm-hmm.
Will you give us an Excel template for financial computation or ROI and payback period?
Actually, we don't need an Excel template for this kasi it's really dependent on the type of business model. Pero if you want, set a meeting with us para we can assist you on how to compute kasi it's just a simple formula for the payback period. Pero there's no template kasi iba-iba talaga depending on the type of business. Okay.
His second question po, sir, is can we have all the guide for module 1 and 2?
We can send you the presentation file. So nandun naman lahat ng what do you call this? The outline. But for the inclusions no, we don't give that kasi it is still dependent on the type of business. So we customize that. Okay.
Mr.
Next.
Kim Lat has a question for cost of sales analysis. His first question is outsource products. How much percentage I need to put up for markup?
Okay. Actually, there's no perfect formula for markup. It's really dependent on your type of operation. Kasi there are businesses na hindi ganun ka labor intensive. Kapag hindi ka labor intensive, then konting markup pwede na. Pero kung labor intensive ka, dapat mataas. Siguro what I can recommend is your target net income. Okay? Target net income should be around 10 to 15% from your gross sales. Okay? 10 to 15% ang net income. So, walang specific formula kung ano dapat ang markup kasi depende yan sa cost of operations mo eh. So, yun. So, from there, ilatag mo lahat ng OPEX mo, target na 10 to 15%, then play around with the markup. Okay?
And regarding din naman daw po sir sa production products, cost of goods sales plus labor is total cost. How much percentage should I mark?
So ito, kung may cost of goods ka na plus labor, so depende pa rin sa type of business. Kung sa food, no? Kung sa food. So dapat, ideally, even sa food ha, iba-iba pa rin yan. It's really dependent on the branding. Walang perfect formula. Assuming lang naman sa food tayo. Kung sa food ka, your target market or branding mo no is pang class A market, class A and B. Pwede ka na sa 20 to 25% na cost of goods. If you are targeting lower B and upper C, you can have 30 to 35% cost of goods. Okay? If you are targeting lower C, pwede ka na hanggang 50 to 60% na cost of goods. Okay? So, please I will recommend to use margin, wag markup kasi nakakalito yung markup. It's not your margin ha. So mas maganda margin para when we say cost of goods 30%, automatic 70% yung markup. Yung 30% na cost of goods, hindi yan 70% markup. Magkaiba yun ha. So margin. So rather use margin instead of markup. Okay.
Mr. Ion and Zenith Pasco was asking for a sample of franchise agreement, sir.
I will answer this. We don't provide a sample franchise agreement because this is a proprietary item to us, no? So, dini-develop to ni Attorney Ton, so from scratch. So, we don't provide a sample na franchise agreement. So, we develop a new franchise agreement for all of our clients. Okay, next.
Next question is from Mr. Sepberecto. Can you recommend someone to do our trademark registration and how much would it cost?
Actually, we provide services for trademark registration. So, we'll coordinate with you separately, sir, to para we can check first the type of trademark that you will register with IPO. Pag-usapan po natin separately. Kindly coordinate with Miss Daryl para we can talk about this. But we can assist you on this.
Next question is from Mr. Kim Lat. This question, sir, is for Attorney Ton.
Yes.
Good day po, Attorney. If we need to put up another corporation for the franchising, is this also applicable for the commissary?
No. The commissary is already part of the facilities of the franchise corporation. Actually, it's your choice if you would want to place the asset under your existing corporation or place it under the franchise corporation. It's just a matter of reporting it in the books. But the advice is, of course, put it under the franchise corporation. No need for a separate, no need for a third corporation for that. It will become automatically as an asset of the franchise corporation.
Next question is from Mr. Inyon. It's for Attorney Ton. Would you suggest that we create a separate company for franchising and another for commissary?
I think it's the same.
It's the same question, pero like what I've said, hindi na. Doon na lang yung commissary, put it na lang in the franchising corporation para ma-lessen yung expense. Wala naman talagang separate transaction si commissary, si operation ng commissary to entail a separate registration for that.
Next question po is for Sir Joms. Another question po is, what is suggested detailed targeting or interest for the franchising ads?
Selling the franchise? Tama, no? So, actually, when we say interest, no, the interest that works for us may not automatically work for you, no? Pero kasi you really have to test different types of interests. So, pero we have to target first na yung mga interested with business. So definitely franchising is a keyword that you can, or interest that you can target. Entrepreneur magazine, you can target that. You can also target based on their hobbies. Ano yung hobbies ng may mga pera, 'di ba? So you can target them. You can also target the brands, no? The brands ng binibili ng may mga pera, 'di ba? So different types of interest. So what I can recommend is um, try several interests and test it first kung ano yung mas magandang engagement. Okay, but definitely you can start with those who are interested with business, with franchising. So franchise, investment, business, entrepreneur magazines, mga ganyan. Or pina-follow nila si Francisco, mga ganyan. So they are most likely interested with business. So you can start with that.
Next question, sir, is from Mr. Earn Inyon. Are you using CRM to segregate your customers?
I'm using Shopify for my e-commerce website, and it has already the capability to monitor the types of customers that we have. So may CRM functionality na siya.
Another follow-up question po from Mr. Kim Lat. How much is the cost for the whole franchise development?
It also depends on the type of business. So coordinate with Miss Daryl kasi we have to gather some information from you kung anong type of business, kung ano yung direction. So from there, we can send you a detailed proposal. So I think we need to have a one-on-one consultation with you para we can talk first.
Another follow-up question din po from Mr. Sep Berrecto. Also, franchising agreement composition, can you also assist us? And how much is it? I think it's the same, sir.
If it's from scratch, no, kami we don't develop franchise agreement without the franchise program kasi the policies, the provisions na nilalagay ni attorney from the franchise in the franchise agreement is coming from the business plan. So before we do that, if ever, I have to check first, no? I have to audit first your existing franchise program. We cannot prepare a franchise agreement without the franchise business plan.
Last question po, sir, from Miss Maricar. For our SEC registration or articles of incorporation, do we need to specifically mention that we will be doing franchising?
Yes, you have to do that. If you are familiar with the registrations with the SEC, walang separate industry for franchising. So you have to specify it sa one of your purposes. You could include your main purpose of selling your product, and then alongside with it is the purpose of engaging in the business of franchise.
Okay. So, okay na, Darren? Wala nang questions, no?
Yes po, sir. Okay na
Sakto
po.
tayo 5 o'clock. Di ba?
Yes.
Ayan. Again, we have the video recording. We'll send it to you. And then my presentation together with Attorney Ton's presentation will also be sent via email ni Miss Daryl. Okay? So, we'll send it next week. So, thank you very much. So, can we just have a quick na photo op? Okay? If you can turn your video on. No pressure. Wag na po kayo mag-retouch. Okay? Sige. So, we'll take the photo in 3, 2, 1. Smile. Yun. Okay. Thank you very much. And if you have further question after this, coordinate with Miss Daryl. We can assist you. No? So let's just set a schedule with you. Thank you very much and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.